The tension inside the Atlanta studio never truly disappeared after the first argument, even after security separated everyone and producers tried restarting the music to calm the atmosphere. Lil Baby leaned back against the recording booth doorway with a grin on his face, acting like the entire confrontation meant nothing. He laughed with members of his entourage, cracked jokes about internet drama, and tried projecting the image of someone completely unbothered by the chaos that had erupted minutes earlier. To outsiders, it almost looked convincing. His chains sparkled beneath the studio lights while he smirked and shook his head as if the whole situation were childish entertainment. But across the room, DJ Akademiks wasn't laughing at all. Akademiks allegedly sat rigid in a chair near the mixing board, jaw tight, eyes fixed forward, while voices echoed around him. In this fictional version of events, he felt humiliated by the way the confrontation unfolded. To him, the laughter wasn't harmless joking. It felt disrespectful, almost mocking, like Lil Baby viewed him as another internet personality who could be dismissed without consequence. Every time somebody nearby chuckled or whispered, Akademiks reportedly interpreted it as another insult directed toward him. The room divided into invisible sides, with some people trying to cool tensions while others quietly encouraged the hostility because drama around famous names created attention, clout, and money. Lil Baby supposedly continued brushing the incident aside publicly, telling people there was no real issue and that everybody was just talking. He laughed loudly while recounting parts of the argument to friends in the studio lounge, almost treating it like an amusing story rather than a dangerous clash between powerful personalities. But that carefree attitude only deepened Akademiks' anger. In the fictional narrative, Akademiks believed Lil Baby underestimated him completely. He felt the rapper assumed media figures existed beneath artists in the power hierarchy of hip-hop culture. Akademiks, however, had spent years building an enormous platform capable of influencing public opinion overnight. He knew millions watched his streams, reposted his clips, and amplified his commentary across social media within minutes. While rappers controlled music, Akademiks controlled narratives. And in the digital era, narratives could destroy reputations faster than diss tracks ever could. As the night dragged on, conversations became colder and more calculated. Akademiks reportedly told people around him that he was tired of rappers pretending they could intimidate bloggers and commentators into silence. He allegedly warned that if Lil Baby wanted war, he was prepared to expose everything connected to him: business secrets, industry politics, personal betrayals, and hidden conflicts fans never saw publicly. In this fictional version, Akademiks' frustration transformed into obsession. The more Lil Baby laughed, the more determined he became to retaliate. He no longer viewed the conflict as a simple argument inside a studio. To him, it became a matter of pride and survival in front of millions of viewers who followed every move he made online. Meanwhile, Lil Baby's relaxed attitude reportedly frustrated members of his own circle. Some entourage members warned him that Akademiks wasn't the type to simply let things go quietly. They understood the internet personality thrived during controversy and could turn one confrontation into months of nonstop headlines. Yet Lil Baby allegedly kept smiling through it all, dismissing concerns with sarcastic remarks and insisting nobody on the internet could truly damage him. In the fictional story, he believed his success, money, and influence in Atlanta made him untouchable. He walked through the studio calmly, greeting producers while others remained visibly nervous, as though he considered the matter beneath him. But Akademiks' anger continued growing after leaving the compound that night. Back at his hotel, according to the fictional tale, he paced across the room, replaying every moment of the confrontation in his head. He remembered the laughter, the whispers, the dismissive expressions. He convinced himself the entire setup had been designed to embarrass him publicly. Fueled by adrenaline and resentment, he he allegedly began contacting sources throughout the music industry, gathering information and preparing for a public offensive unlike anything he had launched before. In his mind, this wasn't merely internet drama anymore. It became personal. Within days, the fictional internet exploded with tension. Academics started making cryptic comments during live streams, hinting that certain rappers from Atlanta were playing dangerous games and pretending to be untouchable. Fans immediately connected the dots. Social media pages reposted clips of his statements millions of times, causing speculation to spiral even further. Every vague remark became headline material. Every emoji or song lyric posted by Lil Baby got analyzed as a possible response. Meanwhile, Lil Baby continued appearing publicly unbothered, laughing in clubs, posting studio snippets, and refusing to directly address Akademiks at all. To supporters, it looked confident. To critics, it looked arrogant. In the fictional narrative, Akademiks interpreted that silence as another form of disrespect. The lack of acknowledgement only intensified his determination. He allegedly began preparing long-form streams where he planned to reveal private details about Atlanta politics, label disputes, and personal rivalries involving Lil Baby's associates. Friends reportedly warned him to slow down before things escalated beyond entertainment, but Akademiks refused. He convinced himself he had already crossed a line where backing down would make him appear weak to both fans and enemies. The conflict transformed into a psychological battle where neither side wanted to appear intimidated. The situation became even more chaotic once rumors spread that powerful industry figures were quietly attempting to mediate behind the scenes. Managers, promoters, and executives allegedly feared the growing hostility could damage business relationships and create dangerous consequences throughout the rap industry. In this fictional universe, meetings happened privately in upscale restaurants and luxury hotels where people attempted negotiating peace between both camps. Yet every effort collapsed because neither side trusted the other anymore. Lil Baby reportedly treated the entire controversy like a joke, while Akademiks approached it with increasing seriousness and paranoia. According to the fictional story, one late-night live stream marked the turning point. Akademiks allegedly stared directly into the camera and warned that people who laughed at him would eventually regret it. His tone reportedly shocked viewers because it sounded colder and more emotional than his usual sarcastic persona. He claimed he was willing to dedicate every resource, every connection, and every platform available to exposing anyone who tried humiliating him publicly. Fans flooded comment sections instantly, debating whether the statement represented entertainment or a genuine threat toward Lil Baby's career. Back in Atlanta, Lil Baby supposedly watched clips of the live stream while surrounded by friends inside another recording studio. Instead of appearing concerned, he reportedly burst into laughter again, shaking his head while mocking the seriousness of Akademiks' reaction. But beneath the humor, even some people close to him allegedly sensed the conflict was becoming dangerous in unpredictable ways. Not necessarily through physical violence, but through reputation, influence, and non-stop online warfare capable of affecting business, friendships, and public perception permanently. In the fictional aftermath, the feud evolved into something larger than either individual. It became symbolic of the growing divide between rappers who felt exploited by internet personalities and media figures who believed artists unfairly blamed them for problems already existing within hip-hop culture. Fans chose sides aggressively online, transforming every interview, live stream, and social media post into ammunition for the ongoing conflict. And at the center of it all stood two powerful personalities, approaching the situation from completely different mindsets. Lil Baby laughing everything off as though nothing could touch him, and DJ Akademiks treating the humiliation like a personal attack he was willing to fight endlessly to overcome. The city buzzed with whispers after streamer Aiden Ross rolled into Buckhead just after midnight in a gleaming white Rolls-Royce Cullinan, its headlights cutting through the humid Georgia air like spotlights on a stage. The luxury truck drew attention instantly because people in Atlanta recognize money before they recognize faces, and by the time the vehicle stopped outside a private recording compound hidden behind black iron gates, dozens of phones were already recording from a distance. Rumors spread that Aden carried nearly $1.8 million meant for rap superstar Lil Baby as part of a business deal tied to music rights, live stream promotions, and exclusive appearances. Nobody outside the inner circle knew the full story, but everybody pretended they did. Security guards in black hoodies scanned the area while luxury cars lined the street like trophies, their engines growling softly beneath the glow of neon signs and street lamps. Inside the compound, the atmosphere felt tense from the moment Aiden stepped through the studio doors, because too many powerful personalities occupied the same room. Producers sat frozen behind massive mixing boards, while entourages leaned against walls pretending not to watch one another. Lil Baby stood near the center of the room, wearing diamond chains that flashed beneath dim lighting, his expression unreadable as he greeted Aden with a quick handshake that looked friendly on the surface but lacked warmth underneath. Nearby sat DJ Akademiks, live stream personality and controversial commentator, who had spent months publicly criticizing rappers, exposing industry gossip, and discussing street politics in ways many artists felt crossed invisible lines. Akademiks leaned back in a leather chair scrolling through his phone, occasionally laughing at messages from fans, unaware that the tension around him was beginning to boil. At first, the meeting appeared calm. Aden attempted to lighten the mood with jokes, discussing internet culture, gambling streams, and celebrity boxing, while assistants unloaded black duffel bags reportedly stuffed with cash. Music blasted through giant speakers while smoke drifted lazily toward the ceiling. Yet beneath the expensive jewelry, designer clothes, and loud laughter sat a dangerous layer of resentment nobody could fully hide. Some people in the room believed Akademiks had profited from negativity for too long, building an empire by narrating the downfall of rappers while never experiencing the consequences himself. Others argued he was simply a media figure doing his job. Either way, old grudges hung in the studio like thunderclouds waiting to burst. According to the fictional tale, the conversation turned dark when Akademiks made a sarcastic remark about Atlanta politics during a discussion over loyalty and respect. The room reportedly went silent. Lil Baby slowly turned his head toward Akademiks, while several members of the entourage exchanged uneasy looks. Aden immediately sensed the atmosphere shift and tried steering the conversation back toward business, but the damage had already been done. Akademiks, known for doubling down during arguments, continued speaking, questioning why artists blame bloggers for problems created by their own actions. His voice grew louder with every sentence. Lil Baby fired back, accusing media personalities of exploiting violence for views and provoking dangerous situations from the safety of internet platforms. What began as a heated debate transformed into a shouting match within seconds. Producers stopped touching equipment while security guards moved closer, anticipating trouble. One member of the entourage slammed a fist against the wall, causing everyone to jump. Aden reportedly stood between both sides, trying to calm tensions, reminding them about the money and business opportunities at stake, but emotions had already taken control of the room. Akademiks rose from his chair and pointed toward Lil Baby while cameras from phones secretly recorded fragments of the confrontation. The argument intensified as accusations flew across the studio. Lil Baby allegedly accused Akademiks of disrespecting Atlanta artists repeatedly online, while Akademiks responded that nobody could silence him for speaking his opinions. Chairs scraped across the floor, someone shouted for security, another person yelled for everybody to put phones away, before things spiraled further, but in environments fueled by pride, ego, and millions of dollars, nobody wanted to appear weak. Then chaos exploded. A member of one entourage shoved someone from the opposite side, triggering an instant chain reaction. Bodies collided, jewelry flew, a table overturned, sending bottles crashing onto the floor as music continued blasting through speakers, creating a surreal soundtrack to the violence. Aden stumbled backward, trying to avoid the fight, while security guards rushed into the crowd, throwing people apart. Akademiks allegedly swung first at one of the men approaching him, connecting with a glancing punch before disappearing beneath a swarm of bodies pushing through the studio. Lil Baby's people shouted aggressively while others attempted restoring order, but confusion spread too quickly. One producer reportedly hid beneath the mixing desk, while another escaped through a side exit to avoid becoming trapped in the melee. Outside the compound, more vehicles arrived after word spread that something serious was happening inside. Engines roared, doors slammed. People gathered near the gates searching for information, while social media rumors multiplied by the minute. Some posts claimed gunshots had been fired even though no evidence supported it. Others insisted the fight started over unpaid money. Within minutes, fictional live stream clips and blurry recordings flooded the internet, each version contradicting the next. In the middle of the confusion came the most dangerous rumor of all. Whispers that Lil Baby had secretly arranged the entire meeting as retaliation against Akademiks for months of disrespectful commentary. According to the fictional street gossip, the $1.8 million delivery served merely as bait to lure everybody into one location under controlled circumstances. No proof existed, but once rumors like that enter Atlanta nightlife, they spread like wildfire through clubs, barbershops, recording studios, and Instagram pages. Some people insisted the alleged setup explained the overwhelming security presence around the compound. Others dismissed the theory as internet fantasy created by bored fans addicted to drama. Still, paranoia consumed everyone connected to the story. Akademiks reportedly escaped the studio through a rear hallway with assistance from security, while several individuals continued fighting near the entrance. Outside, flashing lights from approaching police vehicles reflected against luxury cars parked along the street. Witnesses scattered immediately because nobody wanted to answer questions. Aden supposedly climbed back into the white Rolls Royce, visibly shaken, yelling at his team to leave before the situation became worse. The SUV sped away through Atlanta streets as helicopters circled overhead in the distance, adding cinematic tension to an already unbelievable night. Inside the compound, broken glass covered the floor, while furious voices echoed through hallways. Lil Baby allegedly remained calm afterward, sitting silently in the studio, while members of his crew argued around him. Some claimed he looked angry, others claimed he looked disappointed more than anything else, frustrated that business had transformed into violence yet again. Meanwhile, Akademiks reportedly vented online afterward, hinting during a late-night stream that certain rappers wanted him harmed for exercising freedom of speech. Fans immediately dissected every sentence, searching for clues. Bloggers uploaded endless breakdown videos, analyzing body language, timeline inconsistencies, and supposed insider information. The internet transformed the event into mythology within hours. Conspiracy theories multiplied daily. Some claimed the fight represented a larger war between rappers and media personalities over control of narratives. Others believed the incident symbolized how fame, money, and constant online attention distorted reality until every disagreement felt life-threatening. In the days that followed, fictional versions of the story became increasingly exaggerated. One rumor claimed hidden cameras recorded everything for a documentary. Another insisted secret business contracts disappeared during the fight. Somebody even claimed the $1.8 million never existed at all, and that the duffel bags contained nothing, except props meant for social media content. Nobody could separate truth from entertainment anymore because modern celebrity culture had blurred the line completely. Outside clubs across Atlanta, people debated the incident passionately, arguing over loyalty, respect, and whether internet commentators should bear responsibility for escalating rap feuds. Some defended Akademiks as a media figure targeted for his opinions, while others believed he knowingly provoked dangerous personalities for engagement and profit. At the center of the fictional storm stood Lil Baby, whose silence only intensified speculation. Every photograph, every cryptic lyric, every social media post became evidence for fans constructing elaborate theories about what really happened that night inside the studio compound. Hit the like button and subscribe. The subscribe button is not scared of y'all fingers. I love y'all though.